Well, ladies and gentlemen, here in the NG Stadium, welcome to the Bob Chittick Memorial Perpetual Trophy and the first of our Group A Section 1, class number 856. A warm welcome to anyone who's tuned in through the Royal Agricultural Society live stream on YouTube. We welcome you here to Sydney. It's day one. And wherever you're watching around the country or around the world, if you can get down here to Sydney, we have a smorgasbord of show jumping. And the first afternoon or the first day has certainly been exciting. It's a Group A Section 1 run under Article 238.2.1. It's one round Table A competition. The winner of the class will be the horse rider combination with the least number of penalties and the quickest time in the first round. Penalties acquired: if you knock a fence down, you get 4 jumping penalties. Go over the time allowed, you get 1 penalty for every second or part thereof over the time allowed. 87 seconds is the time allowed on this course, as designed by our course designer, Mr. Graham Watts. Our judge, Mr. Honar Yu, officiating up here in the jury box, in the Jim Barnes jury box. And Jamie winning Kermond from Ebenezer, one of the 2 directors of Yandu Equestrian with her husband, Jamie. Yes, you heard that right, Jamie and Jamie. Been a power couple in the show jumping world for many, many years now. 9 years since they got married. Talara Watt-Komblensky, Jamie winning Kermond. So each rider and horse steps into the arena on the best possible score of 0. That's where you want it to stay. Jamie winning, turns here to the final fence. Coming down to this last fence, it's been a bogus all day. $71.77 the time taken, 71.77 the time taken. Clear jumping, clear time, well under the time allowed of 87 seconds. Jamie winning Kermond opens her account here at the Sydney Royal Easter Show with a foot perfect. Oh, a lovely clear round. What a way to start our show jumping here this afternoon. Next out into the arena, an Australian show jumping champion. He rides Peter Carkery's nomination from Marlburg, just outside of Brisbane in southeast Queensland. A true champion of the sport. He's one of the great guys that we love to catch up with. Stewie Jenkins, and Stewie is riding Cassini 2. So, to take the lead, he must jump clear first and foremost. He now needs to also be quicker than Jamie's time in this, the first round, 71.77.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a result to hand for Class 78, an Answer Saddle Horse Stallion Mare or Gelding over 16 hands high. In first place today, we have catalogue number 1122, Miss Sally, of an account of Miss Sally Slater from Began, New South Wales, on her horse LB Armani. In second place today, we have catalogue number 1094. It's Fifth Avenue on account of Miss Leanne Jones of Mount Luke, Queensland. In third place today, we have catalogue number 1186, Manor Wood, exhibited by Mr. Paul Warhurst. And in fourth place today, we have catalogue number 1115, Duchess of Cambridge, exhibited by the Bradley family of Wagga Wagga, New South Wales. In fifth place today, catalogue number 1175, His EBL, His Royal Highness, exhibited by Miss Andrea Goldrick of Murray Bateman. And in sixth place today, catalogue number 1118, Ms. Rebecca Dunn's nomination, Iama Princess. And in seventh place today, catalogue number 1198, Givenchy, exhibited by Miss Madison Ball of Euroka, New South Wales.
Stewie Jenkins, Cassini 2, safely over the last, a clear round, 81.23, 81.23 and clear. Quick enough for second place at this stage of the competition. 71.77 is the time to beat of Jamie winning Kermond. We now welcome her husband out. Won the big Grand Prix at Equitana last year in Melbourne, a biannual event that celebrates all things equestrian, and took home the winning prize purse in a $45,000 Grand Prix. What can he do here today? From Ebenezer, born and bred in Victoria, it is Jamie Kermond, Talara Stelensky. So Kermo had that rail down early on in the course. Now picks up another 4 for a disobedience. So 4 faults for a refusal at fence number 9. So carrying the 8 jumping penalties. And unfortunately, you don't see that very often. Second refusal incurring elimination from the competition. Each day the competition is a new class, so he'll be back again tomorrow, but not the day today for Kermo. As we welcome out now the next of our riders, James Mooney. Saw his daughter have a great win here this morning in the opening class for show jumping in 2025. In Molly Mooney taking a win in the first of our junior competitions. James Mooney now comes down to centre stage, and James is riding KPH Cavatina. Certainly no stranger to this arena, or any arena around the country, to be honest. He has had great success over many, many years. This 12-year-old man known as Cav in the stables by Casiago. And James Mooney. And draws a rail at the rainbow fence, fence number 4, so picks up the 4 jumping penalties.
And underneath our NG Stadium big screen, it looks like we've got our next class underway for the afternoon. This program here looks like at the moment class 76 on the board there.
So James Mooney carrying the 4 jumping penalties at this stage of the competition. Another 4 there at fence number 10 as he comes down to the final fence, the Royal Agricultural Society of New South Wales fence, safely on the last. So still just the 2 clear rounds. And current leader, here's our first horse on the course. We've got Kashini 2 and Talara Watt-Komplensky, both having completed the course clean. 8 jumping penalties in a time of 85.29. Next out into the arena, Tom McDermott. And Tom is riding Cooley Gangster, owned by Tim Boland, an 11-year-old Irish sport horse gelding. Bit of a tricky one, nicknamed Monkey around the stables, Cooley Gangster. Imported from Ireland. This horse imported. Tim Boland, he's got a great eye for importing eventers that end up as show jumpers, ironically. And Cooley Gangster has won the 2024 New South Wales Show Jumping Horse of the Year. And Tom McDermott was our leading show jump rider at the Royal Canberra Show earlier this year. So Tom, if he can jump a clear round quicker than 71.77, he'll take the lead from Jamie winning Kermond and Talara Watt-Komblensky. What can Tom do? Turns for home, 2 fences left to go. He comes down to this final fence. He jumps this clear. I think we'll have a new leader in the competition. Has he done enough on the board? Tom McDermott. Clear, but not quick enough. 73.19, 73.19. Not as quick as Jamie winning Kermond. He'll go into second place. Jim's still the leader. Cassini 2 currently sitting in third place with Stewie Jenkins. So 3 horses and riders now having jumped a clear round, vying out for the Bob Chittick Memorial Perpetual Trophy for the winning horse and rider of this competition. Tom McDermott thought he'd done enough as he turned for home. Jamie just rolled on to that last fence. Tom maybe just hesitated slightly. That's the difference. Well, next out into the arena, Amelia Douglas and Quilfilo 16, an imported warm blood from Europe, imported through Jan and Edwina Tops Alexander. Of course, Edwina Alexander, one of our most prolific Australian representatives in the modern show jumping era, having represented Australia on countless occasions at Olympic Games, Nations Cups, and in GCT and World Cup finals, and been a wonderful supporter of show jumping. She cut her teeth here at the Sydney Royal Easter Show before moving over to Europe, but her and Jan still very supportive of Australian riders and opening their stable many occasions to young aspiring show jumpers like Amelia to go on base over there, and then also help them purchase international quality horses and bring them back to Australia. Amelia Douglas, Quilfilo 16, comes down to the final fence carrying just the 4 jumping penalties. Safely over the last. Stops the clock, 86.57. 86.57 and 4. So So by my book, we'll put her into 5th place. We've got 3 clear rounds, so put her into 4th place at this stage. As we welcome out now our New Zealand Flare, based down in the Southern Tablelands at the moment, Sam Whale, a New Zealand national, based here in Australia, riding Fleur de Calais. And great to have Sam here at the Sydney Royal Easter Show. She's been here before. I can't quite remember. I think this is her maiden voyage at Sydney. So, Sam Whale, New Zealand national, on course, riding Fleur de Calais. We can see our course designer, interesting. We've had rails fall in multiple places around the course. As a course designer, that's really what you want. You don't want one bogus fence that can't be jumped. What you'd like to see is a nice even spattering of where faults come from. That means you've challenged the riders enough without overfacing them or scaring them at one particular point on the course. Can't pass fence number 10, so we'll get 4 jumping penalties there. So if you go past the line of a fence or have a disobedience in front of it, do a circle where you cross your tracks. That is the technical side of judging. I do often say that you could be the judge there in the grandstand, and many people are. There is a technical side to it. Safely over the last, so over the time allowed, 12 jumping penalties. So 12 jumping, 12 time, a total of 24 for Sam Whale. So 11.64 seconds over the time allowed. So you get 1 time penalty for every second or part thereof over, and get 12 time. Next out into the arena, Reese Stones and Riverton Cantador. Riverton Cantador by Canaan out of Oaks Altador. Combination that Reese has brought on relatively quickly. Reese is a very brave rider. He seems to have the ability to breed these young horses and get them up to Grand Prix level at a rapid speed. Another young horse, Oaks Altador, was the youngest horse to win a $50,000 plus Grand Prix any time in Australia, and just 8 years of age, now in the breeding barn down at Riverton Performance Horses in the Rutherglen region of north-western Victoria. Reese, a bricklayer by trade with his dad Des, although these days I think it's been a long time since he's laid a brick. Spends his full-time career as a professional show jumping rider and trainer. He and his partner, Talia, have a big team and operation of horses. Well, 2 fences left to go. No jumping penalties on the scoreboard. Is this a new leader in the class? I don't think he's going to quite get there on the time. A clear round's what we're looking for. Lovely clear round. Well done to Reece Stones. 79.52, 79.52. By my book, will slot him into 3rd place at this stage of the competition. 79.52. So that puts him into 3rd. Still the current leader, Jamie winning Kermond. And Talara Watt-Komplensky, 71.77. Tom McDermott, 73.19. Reece Stones now into 3rd place. Stewie Jenkins in 4th place, and the fastest of our 4 falters, as I see it here, is Amelia Douglas in 5th place. Next out into the arena, we welcome Jess Rice-Ward and Toara Di Ragnagol. Next of our combinations to make their way down here to centre stage. Well, carrying just that one rail down at the exit of 6B, the B element of the combination, 6B. 1 fence left to go. Jess Rice-Ward carrying the 4 jumping penalties. Safely over the last. Stops the clock, 81.90. So good enough for 5th place at this stage, 81.90. The fastest of our 4 falters, just edging out Amelia Douglas. She'll go into 5th. Amelia now into 6th. Cadinza, NZPH, and Amber Fuller. Next of our riders, another horse imported from New Zealand. And great to see the coming together as New Zealand breeding and Australian riders. And Amelia and Amber Fuller. Cadenza, NZPH. Next combination down here in the NG Stadium in our show jumping. If you're watching on at home in our live stream, hope you're enjoying the first of our show jumping classes to be beamed around the world. And there is a selection of classes that will be live streamed throughout the next 7 days of the Sydney Royal Easter Show. Of course, the big one for these horses will be the Sydney Royal Easter Show Grand Prix, kicking off at 1:30 p.m. on Easter Monday. Until then, though, we've got show jumping each and every day. So if you are here on the ground, plenty of opportunity to witness the best of the best going head-to-head here in the NG Stadium. Well, Amber Fuller turns for home. There's only 4 clear rounds. A clear round here would potentially put her into the leaderboard. She comes down to the final fence. Come on, Amber. Cadenza, NZPH, safely over the last. Not quite. So close yet so far. Railed down at the last, 80.01, 80.01, 4 jumping penalties, no time penalties, a total of 4. That will just put her into 5th place at this stage, just in front of Jess Rice-Ward. And she'll take in now 5th place getting, as we welcome out now, James Patterson-Robinson. And Diamond B Vivian, nominated by Diamond B Stud, Helen Chugg and Amanda Madigan. And in the saddle, JPR, 2-time Olympian and international competitor for many, many years. And James riding Diamond B Vivian, sired by Vivant, the late and the great, probably one of the most influential stallions in the modern era. Vivant, imported to Australia by Chris and Helen Chugg. And he went on to finish in the top 10 at the World Equestrian Games with Chris in the saddle, then sold overseas for an undisclosed figure. And he went on to continue jumping at the top of the sport for another decade. Produced here in Australia, but the legacy that he has left in horses at Grand Prix level, I don't think you'll find a more prolific sire in the modern era in Australia. And this mare, the epitome of that, Diamond B Vivian, carries the true characteristic of a father. And great to have a top mare with a top jockey in the saddle, James Patterson-Robinson. To take the lead, he needs to jump clear, quicker than time, 71.77. So first and foremost, has to leave every fence in the cups. Can't afford to knock a rail down. Can't afford a disobedience. Then he needs to try and think quick. He needs to try and think slick, quicker than Jamie winning Kermond. Can JPR think like Jim win? Turns back to the combination. Looking nice through the first 3 quarters of the course. 3 fences left to go. There's still a bit of coverage to be had here, though. He rolls on down towards the Martin and Angus stand. Now he's got this hard right-hand turn back on himself. Still clear. Time is going to be close. It's going to be interesting. James Patterson-Robinson, has he done enough on the clock? He comes down to the final fence. Clear over that, but 76.12, 76.12 will put him into 3rd place. Diamond B Vivian, James Patterson-Robinson, 76.12. And into 3rd place, 1 horse and rider left to go. So you need to jump clear to be in the top 5. Can our last horse and rider put enough work here to win the class? Well, we saw a son in the leaderboard earlier today. He's now welcome out, Ali Lamb. She has her 2 beautiful children here, one of them competing in both the junior and the young riders. And she'll be riding Eagle Rock from Denison down there in Victoria. To win the class, pretty simple. All you need to do is jump clear, quicker than the time, 71.77. A clear round, guaranteed to be in the top 5. Sorry, you need to jump clear to be in the top 5. To be in the placings, you must be quicker than 81.23. Our current 5th place getter, Stewie Jenkins. On course, Eagle Rock.
And underway in front of the Cumberland stand in our Ring 4, we're seeing the judging of Special Class 631, our Supreme Champion Hackney Harness Horse or Pony, under the expert eyes of our judging panel today. For the Hackneys, Ms. Brooke West, and for the non-Hackney, Mr. Brenton Cook.
Well, Ali Lamb doing a great job here thus far in the course. No penalties to be added to the score at this stage. Still on that score of 0. Right-hand turn over here into the middle of the arena. Got to navigate our harness horses down the other end. That is all part of the luck of the draw. 71.77 the time to beat. One fence left to go. Ali Lamb comes down to the final fence. Eagle Rock safely over the last. 81.06, 81.06, scrapes into 5th place by the skin of her chin. 81.06, it'd be a photo finish if we're on the racetrack. 6 clear rounds, 5 into the placings. By my book, first place will be Jamie winning Kermond. Second place unofficially until approved by our judge, Mr. Honar Yu, will be Tom McDermott and Cooley Gangster. Third place will be Diamond B, Vivian and James Patterson Robinson. Fourth place will go to Reese Stones, and 5th place to Eagle Rock and Ali Lamb. We'll wait for the official word from our judge. But well done to Jamie winning Kermond. Talara Watkin-Blenksky, 71.77. She'll take the win. Well, we have the official nod from our judge. Congratulations to our winner, Talara Watkin-Blenksky, Jamie winning Kermond. Second place officially to Tom McDermott and Cooley Gangster. Third place to James Patterson Robinson, Diamond B Vivian. Fourth place to Riverton Cantador and Reese Stones. And 5th place to Ali Lamb and Eagle Rock. To those of you watching on our live stream, hope you've enjoyed our coverage. There's plenty of jumping still to come throughout the show. But from here at the NG Stadium at the Sydney Royal Easter Show, we bid you farewell. Thanks for being part of it, and hope you can join us here live, because there's nothing better than sitting in the grandstand and watching an amazing competition unfold in front of you. And all of those here on the ground, we will have our presentation coming up shortly.